Welcome back to Hollywood on Top. I'm Marta Bloom.
And I'm Janet Gunn.
Our next guest is a bilingual bombshell. She made her way from the Dominican Republic to the USA in a big way. From being deliciously devious also in Devious Maids to the first Latina Cinderella in ABC's Once Upon a Time. Everything about her journey feels like a fairy tale. Please welcome Dania Ramirez. Hey. Welcome.
Thank you for having me. I almost feel like I have to do a little.
Yes, princesa. How are
I'm
you?
fantastic. You?
Well, you look fantastic. Everyone dreams of being discovered. In your case, that dream came true, but in a convenience store?
Well, I'm Dominican and I'm always dancing and it's just part of my life. Siempre bailando, siempre en el can. And I used to be in front of a store and I would check people's bags so they wouldn't steal. And West New York, you never know. So I used to just be dancing in front of the store every single day. And someone came in one day and asked me if I wanted to model, and that was the introduction to the entertainment, industry. And one thing led to another. I started off. At one point, I used to give classes of like etiquette and modeling walks to younger kids, and just started building my book and found myself at Wilhelmina Models and started my career that way.
So you started modeling and then you went into acting?
Well, that was the first thing that was presented to me, but I'm 5'5", so yeah. I have long arms and long legs, but you can only take that so far.
I love it. Like, hey, as long as you think you're a model and then you are a model, you know what I mean? It's all about your personality.
For sure.
I agree. It's all in the attitude.
That's right.
But I really did take. I feel like acting was something that was always within me. I remember being really young and like writing songs and wanting to reenact parts of soap operas with my cousins and putting on little shows for my family.
Yeah.
I never thought that this was something that I can end up doing for a living. I grew up in a very small town in Dominican Republic, and we're very humble backgrounds. We didn't really think that that I was going to end up being an actress, that was even a possibility. And here I am.
That's incredible. It
Talking
really
to you
is.
fine people.
And by the way, you're so good at what you do.
Thank
You really are.
Yeah, you
and
really
your personality just shines through. Like, you light up the room when you walk into a room.
Thank
By the
you.
way, you need to know that. You probably already know anyway.
I love your characters you play too on Devious Maids. I just love that show.
Thank you. That was
you were
such a
so
blast.
good.
That
It's like
was
you were my
such a
favorite
blast.
evil person, right? Like I
I love the scene where like your boss was sleeping around and then you said, I washed the sheets, but they're not clean.
But they're not
they'll
clean.
never be clean.
Well, they will never be clean.
Oh yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah, that character is kind of like a mix between my mother and my aunt, all mixed into every chismosa that I knew growing up.
Yeah.
That means gossiper.
Okay.
Chismosa.
That's good. Chismosa.
Yeah.
I love it. No, now you learn something here every day too. I like that.
Yes.
I also get from you feel very fearless to me. Super authentic and really fearless.
Thank you.
I think that's super important for for the journey that if you're going to be in the entertainment industry, but not only that,
because
just
it's a
being
tough business.
It's a tough business,
Yeah.
and just being female in general, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
female
it's
in general,
great to
it's
feel
already-
empowered.
Yeah, you have to come attack life with a certain kind of fearlessness so that you could achieve the things that you want to achieve. You're not going to be successful in life, no matter what you're doing, whether it's acting or wanting to do something in a different kind of industry.
Yeah.
If you're fearless, you're going to go and you're going to get it. And I feel like the woman of today is very much like that. And I have so many women that I've looked up to in my life, including my grandmother that had 12 kids by herself, cut her own umbilical cord. I mean, if you don't have motivation after that, I don't know.
That's incredible.
So strength is in your family. Absolutely.
Yeah, and I believe strength is in all of us. And I think the more that we continuously openly talk about it, the more other young girls get inspired to attack their dreams.
Know how to use it in a positive way to inspire others.
Yeah.
I love that you said positive, because it is that. It's a positive mentality. You'll attract positive things within your life.
Yeah.
And I say that, I'm the biggest example of that. I didn't grow up with money. I didn't grow up with anyone in my family that did this for a living, and somehow I ended up in Hollywood.
You were cast as the first Latina Cinderella in network TV history.
Yeah, it's been...
this is a big deal.
It is a big
It's a
deal.
huge deal, and I wanted to, especially for the second half of the season, because the first half of the season I was working all the time, and I didn't really get to go out and do a lot of PR about it. But my whole journey within the second half of the season was to really come out and really make the Latinos proud, and for them to really find a sense of pride within my journey, even, so that they can continue to feel like they can do anything that they put their minds to. And it was a huge deal. It's an iconic character.
Absolutely.
Disney,
Yeah.
to be the first Latina to ever play a Cinderella and to
Yeah.
kind of do my own spin on it and do it my own way. It's been great. It's been great. I feel really proud.
Oh, you
Yes.
should, for sure. Well, you say that being confident and being the best that you can be, right? That is the great thing, that you as a woman can deliver that message to all of the young women out there.
And I'll always forever be the first Latina Cinderella. I mean, that
Forever.
is pretty cool.
That is incredible.
Absolutely.
Okay, so what would your Cinderella today tell the young girls who are, just looking at their own image and their own confidence?
There's a line that was written on the first episode, one of the first episodes that my character said, and she said, I'm not a damsel in distress waiting for a prince to rescue me. And that's the thing that I want, young girls to have, that it is up to you to make your dreams come true, that it is up to you to continue to manifest your own reality.
Yeah. And it's your choice of who you pick, right?
Absolutely.
So
And
it's
you
not
can
do
do
they
whatever-
pick me? No, it's do
And
I
you can
pick
have
you?
a dress and walk out with a sword and start fighting.
I love that. That's
and
good.
it's
You
no
know?
longer
Yeah.
a little girl no longer has to think that dreaming about being the Cinderella. It only happens to girls that are blonde, because Cinderella is blonde.
It no longer has to be a blonde hair, blue eye character, and because it's a fairy tale, and it's me being from Dominican Republic, the same as someone coming from Colombia, someone coming from Africa, or someone coming from Brazil. We grew up, reading these fairy tale stories, and we really identify with them because of their universal themes, love and the fight and the struggle, and that doesn't have color, and that doesn't have gender even.
Yeah.
So I think that's the biggest message behind me being able to play Cinderella nowadays, and it is a good representation of where America is today. It's inclusive of everyone.
Yeah. Well, you're getting to be a part of rewriting these fairy tales.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
amazing.
Are you having fun playing the
I'm
role?
having a blast. I'm having a blast, yeah. It's been a lot of fun.
So you can see Dania as Cinderella on ABC's Once Upon a Time, and check her out at Dania J. Ramirez on Instagram to see what else she's got cooking. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me, guys. This was so much fun.
Yeah.
Ahora bailar.
Great.
Yeah, vamos.
Epa.
Woo! This is Marta Bloom.
And I'm Janet Gunn.
For what's hot in Hollywood, from the top of Hollywood, this is Hollywood on Top. Woo!